We spoke about effectiveness, communication effectiveness, but also, having the right people on board throughout your growth journey. Considering that you guys probably have a long road ahead of growth, how do you make sure that you really maintain that sales effectiveness and that effectiveness in delivering your consultative approach while scaling your team?
Yeah, it's a really good point, and we've been learning as we go a little bit, I suppose, in that it's about. I think it's about finding the balance between being completely cookie cutter and off the shelf in your collateral and your process, and risk losing that kind of engagement with the client, or listening to the client, or tailoring the message, or the not so much the product. I mean, we're a platform, so the product is the product. We sell what it is, but the balance between that versus being completely tailored and consultative in that approach, which doesn't scale. You can't reinvent the wheel every time you have a sales call. And at the same time, when we're adding on new salespeople from all walks of life, in the US, it's kind of interesting. In the US, they've been working remotely and living in different cities to the office for 15, 20 years. I mean, they just, about eBay, that half the people I spoke to have never ever been to the office. And so you're getting people from all time zones and all walks of life. So you do need a repeatability about what you have. And that's everything from the collateral that gets created to, because the message it can be tailored, but it has to be true to what marketplace there is. And so this is how we talk about this, and this is what we represent, and this is what we believe in and stand for. Have your own voice as a salesperson, of course, but you just need to be singing from the same hymn sheet, so to speak. So it's really striking a balance, and I think it starts with the collateral that we create to support those sales processes, everything from pitch decks to PR to marketing collateral to how we approach events and things like that. And so there's a consistency, and that's branding. That's all of those pieces. And then there's also a guidance to. We win deals because of how much we lean in, and it's we're not. It's if it was just comparing apples with apples, then you wouldn't need a sales team. You could just look at the product and away you go. And so we try to strike that balance. As we get bigger and bigger, we probably have to move slightly towards the repeatability cookie cutter end a little bit more, just to make sure that it isn't just a free for all, and what they say in one area of the world is different to what we say here. Where we start to tailor is about who we talk to. We talk to the retail segment, people like Woolworths and Myer. We talk to the brand wholesale segment, people like Nokia that we've partnered with, and then what we call tribe. So people like Fishbrain, or some of these businesses that have got big audiences, but they're not necessarily e-commerce businesses. And so the narrative is a nuance of the same narrative for each of those segments. And so we try to create our collateral and craft our narrative to be tailored towards those segments and to make sure it resonates with them. I think I wouldn't say we're perfect at how we find that balance. I think we're better than we used to be. And all of the collateral, all of the tools and things that our team uses, my personal view is it's got to be there to support and make life easier for a sales exec, not become an administrative burden. You shouldn't have 4 hours of preparing a slide deck before every single meeting. It should be 80% done, and then you tailor the 20%, is my view. And that's the example of a slide deck. And then then the team gets to spend their time going, right, what's going to be important for this meeting? What's my objective? Do I have the right people in the room? What questions am I going to ask the client? That's an effective use of time of preparation, in my opinion.